Dun 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 do 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 do. Oh, hold on a bit. Today might add a little bit different things. I'll try to do something too. Ow. Holy shit, my entire face is numb from the dizziness. Aha! Hold on. All right, good. Welcome everyone to Kiray Vacuo show. My name is Kiray Vacuo and I am your host and your void with a voice. Also at the same time today I want to do some Duolingo Japanese practice before I start doing my artwork, okay? Need my brain to start up a little bit before before me doing something else. So without further ado, but first, read a few tips. Okay. Welcome to the Japanese class. Japanese have three writing system, hiragana, and which you can use the most. Write most Japanese word. Each character represent like a syllabus, and there's no space in between them. In between word, we just use romanji to represent the Japanese sound using the romanji alphabet, Roman alphabet. In Japanese, verb goes at the end. Sushi desu. Alright. Why do I feel like my throat is like numb? I guess like the mint is a little bit too strong. That the steak I ate. Okay. Sushi desu yo. Okay. Which of this is sushi? Sushi. She. A hook is a she. Su. Again, like su. Su. Okay, sushi. Sushi. Alright.
Sushi.
Yeah. Don't worry. With my intelligence, I can go way further beyond sushi. Mizu. I hope you guys don't hear anything from here. Maybe from here is fine. Yeah, it's a bit loud. Let me drop this thing. That doesn't deafen you guys, you know? Alright. Which one? This is water. Okay. Continue.
Sushi kudasai.
Sushi kudasai. Sushi, please. Sushi kudasai. Yeah. Just look at the head. Oh yeah, I should like. Okay. Me. Su is this. And then z become like. With a circle, it becomes z. What's the meaning behind it? Really? Let me try to like zoom in a little bit so even I can read it better. Like you can see like two dot. Su, zu, mi, zu. Yeah, you can see like me, zu.
水
Which one of this is rice? Gohan. Okay. So this one is N. Gohan. Gohan. All right.
ご飯
Gohan. 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 Gohan.
ご飯ください。
Gohan kudasai. Ku.
ください。ください。
Sai.
ください。ください。
Kudasai.
水ください。水ください。
Go. Han.
は
Why with that like very extreme face? I know it's rice. Don't have to like be so extreme. I'm Asian too, so I do like have like a very like heavy rice diet. But I'm a diet lately, so like a specific type of diet that go low carb. It's not like completely cut off. It's just like go low. So I didn't eat rice too much anymore. Gohan. 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 Ocha. I don't know. This is basically just one word, right? Ochi. Sa se si so su. La le li lo lu. I forgot like the you know like the thing.
寿司ください
Sushi kudasai. Ocha. Ocha.
お茶。
Gohan.
ご飯ください。
Midzu.
水
Ocha. 茶
お茶、
寿司。
お茶ください。
Green tea, please. Yeah. Technically, just tea, please. Also, okay. Like, ocha is like basically just tea, isn't it?
お茶。
ご飯くだ
ご
さい。
ください。
Select the matching pair. くだ
くだ
さい。
さい
水、お茶、ご飯、寿司。Yay! One day streak. What's new? Alright. I am ready. Unstoppable streak. I can do it. Oh, I need the gray profile and stuff. You know what? Yeah. Well, I completely forgot about that. Hold on a bit. Doop. Okay. Let's go and order some food. Let's start. Select the matching pair. Again. ご飯、
ご飯。
お茶、くだ
くだ
さ
さ
い。
水
寿司、
寿司ください。
寿司ください。お茶
お、茶、
水、
水。
寿司とご飯。
Why do you want sushi and rice in the first place? Sushi and rice. To be honest, I actually can somewhat understand Japanese. I just like want to learn the word only, but it seems like Duolingo is just like teach you how to listen, which is, yeah.
お茶
と水。
水、
お茶と水。お
お
茶。
茶、
み茶。ご飯。
ご飯
寿
寿
司。
司、
水。
水
お願
く
い。
ださい。
ください。お茶。
ご飯と寿司。
ご飯と寿司。Rice and sushi.
水と寿司。
水
ずと
と寿
寿
司。
司。
水ください。水ください。
Which was 水。
水
ご飯。
水とご飯ください。
Water and rice, please. Matching pair ください。
ください。
ご飯、寿
寿
司、お
お茶
茶、水。ご飯。
お茶と水。
Green tea and water, please. ください。寿司、ご飯、水、お茶と、な。Yeah, I have no idea what the gem's for, but yeah.
寿司とご飯。
寿司とご飯。Sushi and rice. お茶をgetにます。お茶ください。お茶ください。お茶と水。
寿司です。
It's sushi.
ご飯とお茶。
ご飯とお茶。
お茶。
is water. 水です。
水。です。
カズマです。水。ください。寿司、お茶、ご飯。お茶。ご飯です。
です。 お茶です。
It's green. お茶です。ご飯ください。
寿司、ご飯、
寿司と水。
寿司
と
ライス。
水。
お茶、寿司、水、ご飯ください。
水とお茶です。
is water, 水とお茶です。
寿司とご飯です。
寿司とご飯です。ください。ご飯、寿司、お茶、水。Guidebook. 寿司です。ください。お茶ください。ご飯とお茶。ご飯と水ください。水です。寿司と水。寿司です。からか。
医者です。
医者です。
先生です。
先生です。
ん、
せ、
ん
う、
せ、
せ、
い、
いです。先生です。先生です。
こ、
かっこいい。
かっこいい弁護士です。
かっこいい弁護士です。弁護士です。弁護士
で、
です。ではよ。
優しい人です。
優しい人です。人です。Last lessons.
寿司とお茶です。
寿司とお茶です。寿司とお茶。寿司とお茶です。
寿司と水ください。
寿司と水
水
くだ
ください
さい。
寿司と水です。
Sushi and green tea. Oh, not green tea, water.
ご飯とお茶です。
ご
ご飯と
飯とお
お茶
茶。です。
水とご飯です。
水とご飯です。
ご飯と寿司です。ご
ご
飯と
飯と寿司です。
水とお茶です。
水とお茶です。
ご飯と寿司ください。
ご飯と寿司ください。
ご飯とお茶です。
ご飯とお茶です。
です。
You know what? Complete extra hard challenge. Nah, it's fine, it's fine. Let's actually move on along to do some drawing. Okay? Johnny Patchouli. Detective Patchouli. Actually, I ate some like lamb steak and some pork chop today, so it was for like dinner celebrations. I haven't ate a cake, but just this too, I'm already quite full, and food coma is a thing. So I don't get like, tired. But it's not something. It's not a luxury I can have. Actually, I just accept like a commissioned job, so I'm going to do that job later on after I finish this. So I'm going to finish this one a little bit faster. The quality might be that good, but at least I managed to finish it, right? As like this kind of like helped me establish that I can use this style without any like too much of issues. Ooh. Ooh. What happened? I don't know why every single time the screen just runs away. Control panel, yes. Monitor 2, calibrate. Hold on, I need to recalibrate this thing properly. Okay. Oh yeah, I need to play some music. You guys will listen to the music on your own. I'm going to stay silent for this particular or most of this part because copyright strike. I don't want to get shadow banned again. I just keep getting it. At that point, I'm just like tired. Hold on, bed. In the end, it doesn't even matter. Suddenly want to listen to Linkin Park? Don't I think about this when I listen to Linkin Park music? I was like, if nobody knows what's happened to him, just let's say like he had some issues, but you know, a lot of people like kind of like I won't say brush off. It's kind of like thought like it's fine, but it's not. And stuff happens. That is what that particular condition would do to people. I know it's like, it's a little bit. It's a little bit something that very hard to, I won't say notice. Like, even you know about it. It's hard to kind of like acknowledge it. It's not like because I live in Asia, I live in like Asian parent, and like they'd be like, they don't believe in mental illness and stuff like that. It's not something like that. It's more like, like sometimes even you acknowledge it, but as time passed, you will forget like that person have that issues, because like you've been living with him to the point, or like know him a little bit enough to think like, that this is like, his usual Saturday morning. He's been like become better or something like that because you got used to him. Like you can be the most supportive person in his life, but when things like got used to, it blinded both people. And when push come to shove, like that thing, sometimes it will also like hit people like at a very random. Like even normal people can hit by you know, like I can talk about it more, like, you know, like the D word, you know. I try to be a model citizen in YouTube at the moment because I think I got shadow banned by YouTube. You know, so I do want to like talk about this because like since I'm like listening to Linkin Park and stuff, so even normal people can hit by that thing like a wrecking ball sometimes, and it can come at like the most like unexpected way too. Maybe can sometimes like just someone say something. It might not be like a huge impact to like many people. It might be a very huge impact to one person's. This is why like people always like need to like beware of what they say, because like at the end it might be something very heavy for that person, particularly for that day. You know, it's like what I know. I hate to say Joker is like a maniac that kill people in the stories, but yeah, it sometimes really just take like one bad day for you to feel like, you know, the entire world is like falling apart. But in reality, like if that person would like, you know, it happens to me before, so the only, I won't really say it's a cure, but the only way to make it feel better is to just pay attention to your surrounding. Like this like flash of loneliness is like something like happens to a lot of people, especially I think like around like this day and age, that when loneliness is kind of like hit like this like huge peak for a lot of people, since we are much more connected but also same time disconnected because of internet. We don't like, no matter how much you know a person from internet, you don't really know them in reality, you know. And sometimes like some maybe just like very random remark, you might not know that person's that well, but you manage to say something like sometimes you can kind of like hurt them way more than a person stabbing them in the back, because it's more like, especially when you sort of like have like a relationship, not just like that kind of relationship, I mean like just friendship, or like, you know, like genuinely just know that person's for quite a while. You know, and sometimes they might say something like unbeknownst to themselves. It might be very hurtful. They didn't even know about it. Like in reality, it's actually not really hurtful, you know. But at that moment, like the brain of a very like sad person, yes, let's just say like sad persons, it will interpret the word really in the left field, out of the left field, because like that is more or less like something built up over time. This is why like sometimes even some simple word can actually have like a huge ass impact. It is what you call a silent killer, I guess. You can say it that way. and it can sort of like give you a 1-2 punch out of nowhere. So if you have a friends with sadness issues, I won't say like you have to always be careful about them. Just like be mindful, you know. Always need to remember that particular thing that sort of like stuck onto them is not going anywhere. It at worst part is like it can silently build up even without like the person knowing. And then one single like even just a prick, you know, it can explode in a very bad fashions too. Yeah, hold on, need to make this sense. Make sense of this thing. But also at the same time, when I talk about this kind of things, just to make a very, very big disclaimer, I am not a licensed therapist, okay? Again, I can talk about sometimes something about a little bit on the therapeutic side because like I got somewhat, even now I'm not really sure I have it, but most likely the case is a misdiagnosed case of like a case of sadness in someone's heart. But you know, even a person who doesn't really have it, you know, if sad things happen to them enough, they actually will also like have a um temporarily situations happen to them too, you know. This is why that thing is like not just apply to people who diagnosely having it. It can actually develop like in a flash too. It doesn't really have to like be like you are prone to have one because you already have it before, you know. Sad to say, nobody's immune to that thing. Happens to most positive persons too, especially like how nowadays like internet works and stuff. Seeking connections can be difficult. And now how the internet works again, people forgot like how to build a relationship. You know? Relationship always like is something that built up with times, trials and error, hardship and everything, you know? A lot of people forgot that particular aspect about that part, especially on the younger side. I feel bad for them. I wonder if people like, like if you kind of like play a lot of internet game or like PvP game, you kind of like notice like, of course there's like toxic people here and there. You can see them here, but you kind of wonder like, what does that person alive actually is? I'm actually quite curious. Like, there has to be something happening to them to become like that, It's like, their personality, like, itself already, like, is a very cynical person in the first place. I'm not, if you don't know what the word cynical is, it's more like, always like see things like in a little bit like critiquing, like nitpicky, but on the negative side, always see things the bad first before like see things in good. Those kind of things. Or did I actually get the word cynical wrong? So it kind of become like the thought of like a little bit like on the nihilism side. If nobody know like what nihilism is basically it's like the thought of futility, not futility. Thought of futility. Like, it's basically like gave up. So the first thing I always see any like toxic people, I was like, either A, you just blind by rage, you didn't really know how to control yourself that well, or B, you are a very like cynical or a very like nihilistic person, always see things in a negative light enough to be like that, Like it takes a person who always have negative thought about, perspective of life to be able to like talk negative stuff. People are definitely getting smarter, but also same time they do not how to handle that newfound smartness they have. And then they tends to like do not know how to handle the knowledge they learn. If you're going to say like pen is mightier than sword, but that means like pen at the end is still a weapon. Not like stabbing people weapon. I mean like metaphorically and in a sense like knowledge itself is a weapon. If you didn't really handle those kind of knowledge that well, you're just going to end up self-harming yourself. And people really like taking like information and like knowledge they learn that they acquire very easily for granted, and then forgot the ability to become rationalized on their thought. So like collect their own thought properly and then process it properly. Knowledge itself can be taken for granted. It's just like how people taken like guns or weapons for granted, or like fire for granted. Like if we taken fire for granted, imagine this, like how does arsonist happen in the first place? The person who is arsonistic is because like he have lots of enjoyment and he got lots of fun out of fire. And then fire is like something like easily accessed. You can make fire anywhere. But they decided to use it on the other way. Why they do it like that? Like in deep down there's something like really have to like be addressed, that like how people learn how to process information. I think the most probable cause is like they process it in the wrong way. What equals good, what equals bad, this and that, that stuff. Especially like people starting to think things in the moral high ground way. That is like the hardest things to fix, to be honest. I feel bad for people who have to like handle those kind of people. Like that's like a lot of time like in some argument it's like they're definitely not wrong, but Also, same time, very wrong. That kind of things happen so many times. I see it. Like, like sometimes weird ass argument happen. And then you've been arguing with this person, and then this person, he is smart enough to make a good point, but doesn't mean it's right. You know? A lot more people in the internet and like a lot more people in this world are starting to like take that knowledge they have, the ability to do this kind of thing as granted, and then they didn't really know how to do things properly anymore, and then they just want to win. Especially on the argument these days. Like back in the days, like arguments are encouraged because it's like intellectual thing. Because when the scale is tipped on the left means like there's always a balance, you know? There's like true, right and wrong, true and false. Now people always like argue. They if they lost the argument, they would just like, instead of saying like what's right and wrong, they would just say what's morally right or what's morally wrong, something like that. Like depends on feeling, not fact and stuff. You know, like time change. Time definitely changed a lot of stuff. And I think nowadays education system and like entire human moral system need a little bit revamp, and then let people like learn a little bit more how to control the knowledge they have. Again, I'm just like, I don't know why I'm starting talking this kind of things. I think I'm just an idiot. At the end, I'm just an idiot trying to talk this kind of things and make sense of it. Or I'm just trying to find something to talk about, you know? Everyone wants to talk about something. Like you can definitely like tell sometimes. Especially like on this, I'm not making fun of them. They definitely have a brain. They definitely are smart. Flat earther. Like they are like, at first I was thought like it was just a joke that people just like riffed on, you know, like sometimes you like make a joke and then become like a thing. That joke become a thing and then people just like make fun of it on purpose. But no, they are not making a joke out of this. They are legitly hardcore believe the earth is actually flat, and then there's like some weird ass conspiracy is like happening. And then they are not idiot. They have knowledge and the power to understand and then find a way to explain the impossible. And that become like a point that is like, they are very wrong, but also intellectually speaking, not wrong. You know? Sometimes they talk about like some very high tech like science stuff. Like you're smart doesn't mean you're right, you know? Like those people really need to like take them up to the sky and then let them see the earth is actually around. But even that, they will still refuse to believe it. You know? It's like, some people shouldn't have, you know, like there's a point you would say like, some people should not have gun in their hand. And then also, in some point, I would also say some people shouldn't actually have the access of knowledge. Like being smart and then being someone who knows something is a completely different stuff. You can have like vast amount of information and then using it wrongly. that is my point, you know? When I want to talk about this. I'm not trying to dissing them on being an idiot. They are definitely in some sense not. They have the information to actually argue with someone smart. Does that make them an idiot? No. But I don't think they should have the ability to access such informations to be able to have enough bullets for them to like have an argument about this kind of thing in the first place. It's similar to like how people like arguing about like vaccine and stuff, like anti-vaccine stuff like that. It's like, dude, people are dying left and right. Even you manage to survive means like it's just exceptions, you know? Don't take exception as like definite answer. Exception is not an answer. You see someone who say like, oh, this guy cannot be safe. He have like some sort of like terminal illness. After like maybe like a few months, like if he can't handle the pain and suffering, he might croak. And then somehow, quote unquote, what I will mention about this thing, miracles happened. You know? Oh, hi, Kelly. I get pressured to be only one listener. Well, at least you said something. Hi there, Kelly. Besides, I'm talking something weird that I don't usually talk about, so if you can't handle it, yeah, it's fine to just mute me. I appreciate it, you though. I don't know why I keep talking about this kind of things. I not mean I always talk about this kind of things. Maybe it's beer I drank. No, I didn't drink any beer. Oh yeah, I know. Vertigo. Yeah, I have some ear issues, so sometimes I kind of have something like a pseudo drunkenness from being too dizzy. Hi, Sayumi. I always call you Sayumi, not me. Sayumi. Yeah, I just like going to change a bit how I'm going to like do the drawing. Oops. I wonder. Oh, now I know why. I'm on the wrong layer. Yeah, doing very well. I just like finished my mom's the Mama Void birthday party not long ago. So I might be a little bit blabbling a little bit too much. Because activity makes me a little bit drunk. Not drunk in the sense that I drink. It's drunk in the sense that I drunk from my condition. It's hard to say, like, I can get drunk without drinking. If you didn't know about it, is basically I can't work like a normal person due to like one particular issues I have. It's called it should be easier for other people to understand. It's called Meniere's disease. If you don't know what Meniere's disease is, it's basically it's like our ear organ is like very delicate, so they also control what you can hear, and one important organ in there is like to control your balance. This is why people who have Meniere's disease have a bit of a listening and balancing issues. It's because like those organ is kind of like getting damaged in a long period of time, you know, like getting pressure, this and that, yeah, that stuff. Since it's like disrupting a balance, how would it felt like? It's basically like you are getting drunk, in a sense. But if you want to say like what kind of thing would happen to you if sort of like Meniere's disease start acting up, if anyone play a game before, like a physical game, of course, it's not like it's not like that kind of game. It's like nowadays you talk about game, people just immediately recognize that it's like computer games. Not computer games. I mean like, you know, like some sort of like party game is like you spin around in a spot and then start running straight line, those kind of games. Yeah, so if you spin around long enough and then just immediately stopped, you feel like your entire world is spinning around. It's because like the ears water in your ear, the water in your ear is like readjusting the balance, and you know, like because it was being like swung around like a little bit too much, so you would have a little bit struggle to regain that water balance. Similarly, so like Meniere's disease is basically similar to that. So you're going to say like, if this like sound terrible, this is like my everyday Tuesday. Ooh, this song is nice. Oh, by the way, I'm actually listening to song, but not in the stream. It's because I found out why I didn't get much audience at most of my stream. Copyright claim. Yes. The stupid music copyright claim. Actually, you know what? Let's just make this a PSA for everyone. If you actually get enough like copyright music claim, you actually get shadow ban. Not actual ban, it's just a shadow ban. And what is a shadow ban? Shadow ban is like, well, like it sounds like, but if I need to like be a little bit more accurate to talk about this, is more akin to like, you know, every single time you kind of like you look into your own like YouTube video, like you can see like analytic and stuff. You can try to take a look at the reach that you have for a video. So it depends on there's like two factors that will like affect like the reach and stuff. One of it will be your consistency of like a particular content, and then they will like increase your reach when you do the content the algorithm know you are doing, and then they will like suggest that normal people that should, like, you know, like if you do like a lot of drawing like me now, they will, when I do drawing, they will sort of like shoot out like drawing, shoot out my video to people who will supposed to like watching people do drawing, you know. Sometimes they also decided to do something in random too, and that randomness is actually how you get exposed to other, you know, to your other audience that might have a slight chance for you to increase your view. But the problem is that random thingy that you don't rely will have an issues if you have a copyright claim, or you can say enough copyright claim. You get a shadow ban, which will also same time they will actively suppress your reach, so they will not try to like show your stream or your video content to any people or any potential people. So it's kind of like a silently it's a very silent killer for like a lot of channel. And then there will be like lots of people who didn't know about this. They just say, I'm not affiliated or anything. It's fine to just like, you know, like keep using like music that can get you like copyright claim and stuff, you know? But enough of that can actually kill a channel. Because like the shadow ban is like keep going to extend more and more and more as time goes. And then it will reach out to a point that is like, you know, it's basically like your channel will never be shown to like other people. It's basically for them they count you as problematic channel, and then you will never be shown ever again. It's a nightmare to a lot of like YouTuber, you know. This is why lots of YouTuber are quite sensitive with this. They're trying their best to become like a model citizens. If you kind of realize I keep like moving along like a lot of topic, I have no idea why. Maybe I have ADHD, I just didn't know about it. But either way, yeah. What was I talking about in the first place? Oh, yeah. The mirror thingy. But yeah, that is like something that happened to me. But my condition is not just mineral disease. My condition is also something called vestibular loop. Something physical that will cause something cause like similar symptom like Meniere's disease. So they are completely different things. So imagine like they can stack together. That is my life. So basically two very like thing that can make people like really dizzy. I have it. So sometimes I talk like a drunk. It's mainly because my dizziness is like acting up, but since every single time my dizziness is like acting up, it will be like a ×2 modifier. And that ×2 modifier goes really hard to my brain. Sadly, there's no way to cure it. I just have to live with it. And in some sense, you might realize that, then Kiray, aren't you like some sort of like disabled person? Yeah, kind of. Not a real one, but kind of. Even doctors are having headache with my conditions because like my condition is what they consider, what they call it? A half disabled. It's basically just disabled in the symptom, but not severe enough to call it a disability. It can say it will give you symptoms of what you call a minor nuisance, but it won't kill you, or it won't hinder you. I think I need to... Put out of bed. I'm trying to figure this out. Because sometimes some shape I require some more effort crafting. Especially my brain can't form the line inside my head. You know? Oh yeah, I totally forgot. Now I know like what is wrong. Oops. Aha. Yee. So now I can sort of like highlight the body shape a little bit more. This one too, like I need to do much more detail carving. I don't know why I keep listening to Linkin Park, you know, like music at the moment. But here's the thing about Linkin Park. Like fun fact, they actually have a music video that usually time to time will play in Disney Channel before. I'm not kidding. There is a music video that Linkin Park made for Disney Channel. Try to go search for it. It's about like a war between like a space orc with like some robot. When I was a kid, I always watched that. Like every single time I just wait for that music video to start. You know, sometimes I think about this, like since Linkin Park person, him in a person is actually a person with a case of like sadness. Basically a case of very sad. You know what I'm talking about when I say a case of sadness, but yee. So when it comes to say like a case of sadness, then I remind me like this particular thing. We are technically in the days and age where quite a lot of people, like either around my age or younger than me, they also have a case of sadness. And then I was thinking, is it because of Linkin Park music? His topic is always about a case of sadness or struggling in life. And then I was like, is he the main culprit? His music is good though, but is he the main culprit? Because like at this point, you would start to wonder, is it? Like some research have to like do. Some people need to like start some like research. Some people fund those people, okay? Some scientists have to do something like this, like psychiatrists, you know? So they have to like take a look that a case of massive sadness is transmittable. Like I'm a very empathetic person, so it's like even I like see some very like touchy story or just like touchy topic, my eyes start to go red. It's that easy. You know? You know, I'm much more like doing drawing. I'm much more do like this carving style is more like, you know, chipping stuff one bit by bit to make the shape that form like a little bit more like drawing, you know? So I was thinking about this thing. How does a person who actually do like handcrafting judge their art reference thing? Because like they definitely like, you know, like Michelangelo definitely like when do those kind of like marble statue, he definitely have a model. Take a look at it. So imagine like you're carving like a girl's, and then like you're just doing the boot part. You have to like know the shape and size of it, and then you say, you come here and grab the boot. It's like, yes, it's around the shape. It's like not just like fossil grab. It's like just like caress the shape and see like, and then he touched like the marble again. And, yes, like it's around the shape. Or like, no, this shape is a little bit bigger. I need to like chip it off a little bit more. You know? And that definitely happens. You can't convince me this kind of situation didn't happen. Because they have to chip the shape out, so definitely they require some not just reference, like literally hand-to-hand feel. Like 2D art is much more easier. You just make it look like it, and then people would, you know, like people would actually sort of like will have like this auto program. He will sort of like program it to add colors, to make sense of the shape, this and that, yeah, the other stuff will happens. I'm not kidding, that is like how humans do. Technically, my carving techniques is also to take advantage of how a person like ability to recognize the image to the maximums. Why I have like such a heavy carving style with like such like a high, like deep dark tone is basically is to take advantage of how people who can do imagination of the pictures themselves. So no matter like how much I kind of like draw, it will end up that person will have their own version of that image in their brain, you know? Because of that image, they will like, no matter how they see it, sometimes even though I can see it like this is something bad because like I know I'm tricking people, but some people who just like at a glance looking at it, they would just have the image of their own inside their brain, unless they really like being aware of this. They were just going to always like see things like what they want and what they like, so that it will end up, it become like a matter of personal taste. Personally, I won't say I don't like my own art. It's because like I know I'm pulling some trick, so I won't really say I don't like it. It's just that I see the bullshit behind it. You know? And once you kind of like realize the bullshit behind it, it's not like I mean to it. It's just like because I'm much more critique of my work. So like I say, people would like have their own version in their head. My own version in my head is like not good enough. It was always not good enough. Unless I personally recognize it's like good enough. Which is very rare, to be honest. Guess I've been silent for a little bit too long, so let's try to find a topic to talk about, I guess. What sort of stuff we can talk about? Yesterday, not yesterday, a few days before. Yesterday is my break day. But a day before yesterday, which is like last Sunday, I have a blast to talk about the emu war. I hope like some people actually manage to like sees it, and I spend like sometimes to re-edit it, you know, like make it like remaster versions. It's basically talking about the emu war. Why? Because I just suddenly feel like it, you know. Like I do like run an educational like program that is basically talk about stuff, you know, intellectual stuff. Just be smart together, you know. Either be smart together or be dumb because of me. It's a double-edged sword. Sorry that I was like a little bit focused. I lose focus on what I'm talking about. Sorry that I can't really like multitask that well. Sometimes I question that I actually have ADHD or not, but yeah. At a distance, it looks actually quite good. Ooh, I don't think I have that much energy to cough that much. The food coma is coming in. It's been a while. My energy's running low. I need to keep talking. What I can talk about? Not really sure. I know I can just draw a nice circle and be done with it, but I'm not sure why I keep dwelling on that particular thing. Yep. I totally forgot to set up the open voice chat thingy. If any like VTuber like is in Project Orbit, they would like to like have a little bit chat, and they can definitely like go to Project Orbit, and if they are VTuber, they can actually like come into like this VTuber only channel and have a little bit of chat. Totally forgot that. Yeah, it's been 2 hours. I spent enough time. But let's kind of fix the shoe first. Alrighty then. This will be the end of the stream, I guess. There's not a lot of people watching. Like the maximum view I have, like so far, like the accumulation view I have so far is just like 6. Not a lot of people watching. Like again, like when they're drawing only like morning, that's people watching. When I do drawing at night, no people actually will watch my drawing at all. This is a very weird situations. Maybe next time I'll try to stream back in the morning again. But if I really do that, I need like some healthy sleeping schedule like now. You know? Thank you very much for watching, and as always, stay healthy, stay safe. Until next time, stay tuned on the next stream. Bye bye.